If you're stuck in a 9 to 5 and wondering why it feels like you're working harder every year but going nowhere, if you're watching your friends struggle with the same jobs, the same bills, the same stress, it's because nobody ever taught you the rules of money. Not the real rules, not the stuff that actually works. They taught you to get good grades, get a degree, get a job, stay loyal to a company for 30 years, and hope for the best. But those rules were written for a different economy, a different world, and they're failing millions of people right now. I'm going to give you the actual rules, the rules that work for normal people, especially now in the AI era, where everything is changing faster than most people can process. I'm just a small guy in a small town on the Oregon coast who became obsessed with digital skills. No fancy degree from an Ivy League school, no trust fund waiting in the wings, no Silicon Valley investors backing my plays, just curiosity, a laptop, and a stubborn refusal to accept that my life had to look like everyone else's. I learned how freedom is actually built. I studied people who escaped the system. I tested strategies, I failed, I adjusted, I kept going. And today, I'm giving you the 7 rules regular people can use to get rich, without luck, without hype, and without being born a genius. These aren't theories, they're principles I've used and seen work in real life. And in the age of AI, they're more powerful than ever. Let's get into it. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Most people don't know what they're working toward. They just know they want more money, more security, maybe retirement someday. But there's no target, no finish line, just endless work with no clear destination. That's why people burn out. That's why they feel trapped. Because when you don't know where you're going, every step feels pointless. So let's fix that right now. Forget Lambos and private jets and mansions in Malibu. Those aren't freedom. Those are just expensive distractions. Real freedom means one simple thing. Your life is paid for, whether you work or not. That's it. That's the glow. That's the goal. Your monthly expenses are covered by income that shows up automatically. Investments, digital products, rental properties, whatever. You wake up every morning with choices, not obligations. So here's how you calculate your freedom number. Step 1. Figure out your real annual cost. How much does your life actually cost each year? Rent or mortgage, utilities, food, insurance, gas, everything. Be honest. Don't lowball it. Let's say your number is $60,000 a year. You need $60K to live comfortably, pay your bills, have a little fun, and not stress money. Step 2, use the 4% rule. This is the safe withdrawal rate from your investment portfolio. It means you can pull 4% per year from your investments without running out of money. So if you need $60K a year, your freedom number is $60K divided by 4% equals $1.5 million invested. Now, I know you're thinking 1.5 million. That's impossible. No, it's not. It's just a number you've never aimed at before. That number isn't supposed to scare you. It's supposed to give you direction. It's supposed to turn vague dreams into a real target you can actually hit. The map gets a lot easier once you know the destination. And here's the thing. Once you know your freedom number, you can reverse engineer the path. You know how much you need to save each year, how much you need to earn, what skills you need to build, what assets you need to own. Suddenly, you're not just hoping things work out. You're building something real. Rule number 2, master one high income skill. Let's be brutally honest for a second. If your current skills could already afford the lifestyle you want, you'd already have it. The reason you're not there yet isn't because you're not working hard enough. It's because your skills aren't valuable enough to command the income you need. And that's okay. That's fixable. But you can't fix it by dabbling. You can't fix it by watching YouTube videos on 17 different topics and never committing to anything. You can't fix it by jumping from trend to trend, hoping something sticks. You fix it by mastering one high income skill. Every high income skill, and I mean every single one that matters in the digital economy, falls into one of 4 buckets. Make, create valuable content, tools, or assets. This is writing video production, design, coding, AI automation, anything that builds something people want. Market. Get attention that converts into revenue. This is copywriting, social media growth, paid ads, SEO, email marketing, anything that puts eyeballs on offers. Monetize. Sell solutions and close deals. This is sales, consulting, funnels, landing pages, anything that turns interest into transactions. Manage. Lead teams to results. This is project management, operations, team building, anything that coordinates people toward a goal. Pick the one closest to your natural strengths, the one that doesn't feel like torture when you're learning it. Then go all in for 1,000 days. Not dabbling, not trying it out, not I'll give it a few weeks and see. Mastery. 1,000 days is about 3 years. That's how long it takes to go from beginner to legitimately skilled, to the point where people seek you out, to the point where you can charge real money. AI is replacing people who dabble. It's automating the surface level stuff, the copy paste work, the generic tasks anyone can do with a prompt. But AI doesn't replace people who master. It amplifies them. It makes them faster, more efficient, and more powerful. If you master one skill in the age of AI, you become unstoppable. So stop collecting hobbies. Start building mastery. Rule number 3, don't just work for money. Own what makes money. Here's the harsh reality of trading time for money. A paycheck dies the minute you stop showing up. You get sick, no paycheck. You take a vacation, no paycheck. You quit, no paycheck. You get fired, no paycheck. Your income is 100% dependent on your ability to keep trading your time. And time is the one resource you can never get back. But ownership keeps paying you even when you're asleep, even when you're on vacation, even when you're spending time with your family. Ownership is the difference between working until you're 70 and retiring at 45. And in the digital economy, ownership doesn't require a factory or a storefront or $1 million investment. It just requires you to build something once that keeps working for you. Digital ownership can be online courses. Record your knowledge once, sell it 1,000 times. Software or AI tools. Build automation that people pay to use. Affiliate funnels, recommend products, earn commissions on autopilot, content libraries, YouTube channels, blogs, podcasts that earn ad revenue. Digital templates or resources, Notion templates, spreadsheets, design assets, membership communities, recurring revenue from people who you help. Wages feed you. Ownership frees you. Your job builds cash piles. Your skills turn cash piles into assets. Assets are the escape plan. The moment you shift from earning money to building assets, everything changes because assets compound, they grow, they work for you while you sleep. And that's when freedom becomes real. Rule number 4, hard work adds, leverage multiplies. You can work 12-hour days for the next 20 years and maybe scrape together enough to retire. Or you can work smart for 5 years, use leverage, and build a life most people dream about. Leverage is how one person does the work of 100. It's how small teams beat massive corporations. It's how you escape the time for money trap. In 2025, there are 4 leverage multipliers you need to understand. Number 1, code. Automations and AI do the busy work for you. One script can save you 100 hours a month. One AI workflow can replace an entire department. Learn to build systems that work while you don't. Number 2, content. One video can reach 1 million people while you sleep. One blog post can generate leads for 5 years. One email sequence can convert customers automatically. Create once, distribute forever. Number 3, capital. Money that earns money. This is investments, real estate, dividends, anything where your dollars work harder than you do. Every dollar you save should be deployed, not sitting idle. Number 4, collaboration. People who unlock new opportunities. The right partnership can 10x your business overnight. The right mentor can save you years of mistakes. The right team can scale what you could never do alone. 1 hour of smart, leveraged work should produce 1,000 hours of results. When you hit that point, your life starts changing. You stop feeling like you're running on a hamster wheel. You start seeing exponential results instead of linear effort. That's the power of leverage. Rule number 5, distribution over perfection. Here's something that kills more dreams than failure ever will: perfectionism. People spend months building the perfect product, the perfect website, the perfect course, and then they launch it to nobody because they forgot the most important part: distribution. A great product with no audience is just a secret. An okay product with a massive audience is $1 million business. So stop obsessing over making everything perfect. Start obsessing over getting in front of people. Pick one platform, doesn't matter which one: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, X. Pick the one where your people hang out and where you can show up consistently. Then show up daily, not when you feel like it, not when inspiration strikes, daily. Give away real value, solve small problems for free, answer questions, share lessons, help people get small wins. Because when you solve small problems for free, people trust you to solve big problems for money. That's the entire game. Then once you've built an audience, you move them to platforms you control. Email list, your most valuable asset. You own it. Nobody can take it away. SMS list, even more direct, higher open rates, instant connection. You don't own social media. The algorithm can kill your reach overnight. The platform can ban you for no reason. Your audience can vanish, but your own email list, your own SMS list, those are yours forever. Build your audience, serve them, move them to platforms you control, and then monetize. Distribution beats perfection every single time. Rule number 6, if it doesn't pay you, don't finance it. This one's simple, but most people screw it up. There are only 2 types of debt. Good debt buys assets that pay you back: mortgages on rental properties, business loans that generate revenue, investments in education that 10x your income. Bad debt buys applause: cars you can't afford, clothes to impress people you don't like, dinners you put on a credit card to look successful. One builds wealth, the other destroys it. Here's the rule: if it doesn't pay you, don't finance it. That new car, unless it's generating income, pay cash or don't buy it. That designer wardrobe, unless you're a paid influencer, it's just ego. That expensive apartment in the trendy part of town, unless it's critical for business, it's a wealth killer. Stop trying to look rich before you are rich. Sacrifice for 3 to 5 years, live below your means, invest the difference, build assets. And I promise you, your future self will wonder why everyone else chose struggle instead. Because while they're still financing lifestyles, you'll be financing freedom. If it doesn't pay you back, it's just selling your future for applause today. Rule number 7, money buys time. Time builds wealth. Here's the final rule, and it's the one that ties everything together. Money isn't meant to be hoarded. It's a tool to buy back your hours, because time is the real currency. Time is where wealth actually gets built. When you're stuck doing $10 an hour tasks, you can't focus on $1,000 an hour opportunities. When you're drowning in busy work, you can't build the systems that set you free. So as soon as you can afford it, start buying back your time. Hire a virtual assistant to handle your emails. Pay someone to edit your videos. Use AI to automate your workflows. Outsource the tasks that drain you. Build a life where work feels like play, where you're focused on things only you can do, where you're not exhausted at the end of every day. Freedom is not in your bank account. It's in your calendar. Once you control your time, you control your life. And that's when everything becomes possible. Look, I get it. These rules sound simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. The hard part is actually doing it, committing, staying consistent when everyone around you is taking shortcuts, building when it would be easier to give up. But if you want to build your first digital income engine using AI tools that save you time and start earning while you sleep, that's exactly what we do here on AI Income Works. This isn't theory. It's not hype. It's real strategies from a regular guy who figured out how to escape the system. So tap that subscribe button. Join me on this journey. Let's make your income work smarter, not your time. I'll see you in the next one.